Hey everyone, what I'd like to do today is talk about the Nintendo Switch 2. The console comes out in a month or so, and we're in that stage just before the console comes out where there's a lot of rumours, there's a lot of news, and then Nintendo are coming out with a lot of official statements clarifying the questions that the community has. So I want to touch upon some of those things today. The first thing I want to talk about is pricing in North America. So we got pre-orders here in the UK before North America, but the pre-orders are now open in the USA and Canada, and Nintendo have kept the price of the console at the same price that was announced previously, and the prices of physical and digital games are the same. So you can see here that it's going to be $449.99 for the console, an extra $50 if you want Mario Kart World thrown in, and then you've got the prices of games there. But they have said that the prices of some accessories will increase because of, the trade wars, Trump, all the political unrest going on. So I'll leave a link to this article because it's got a list of all the accessories here and, the new prices which have been announced. Now, I will say, as someone from the UK, I can sympathise with gamers from North America that have seen the prices of accessories going up for the Nintendo Switch 2, especially because Nintendo's accessories are always overpriced, in my opinion. There's usually good third-party accessories, but the official accessories, they're always quite expensive. But that being said, my sympathy only extends so far because the price of the Switch 2, its games, the console, accessories, everything, it's still significantly cheaper in North America than it is in the UK and Europe and many other countries around the world. If you look at the console here, I think that's the equivalent of like £340, which we're paying £385, so we're paying a lot more. And even the accessories, which went up in price, this is $54.99 for the camera, but that's about £41-42, and we're paying £50. So even with the increase in prices because of all this political unrest, people in America are still getting a significant discount on the console, the games, and the accessories. Again, I'm not trying to be an a-hole about it, but I think a little bit of context has to be put in there as well because, people in America are so fortunate to have cheaper console prices, cheaper game prices, cheaper accessory prices. Okay, let me know what you think about that one, but I want to move on to the other story. This isn't a massive story. It's just that Nintendo have clarified the GameCube controller. I saw this advertised in the UK the other day. It's about £59-60 for the controller here in the UK. A lot of people want to get this because of Nintendo GameCube games coming to Nintendo Online. But Nintendo have clarified that previously a lot of people thought that this controller could not be used with anything but GameCube games. They have clarified that it can be used with other games, but because the controller here doesn't have all the buttons that the regular controllers have, you might not be able to play it as expected. So I don't know if Nintendo are going to give some sort of workaround to this, maybe some button mapping, or I don't know, but I think there'll be some games which will be fine, and you can certainly use this with older NES games and all that as well. So yeah, I'm sure someone will come out with a tutorial or with a list of games that this works really well with. Yeah, I'll leave a link to the article, have a look at it, and let me know what you think. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is game file sizes. I did a video a week ago, I think, just about that, where I spoke about the Nintendo Switch 2, and I was talking about the accessories, what's available, and what I think I will buy. And I said that I didn't think that I was going to buy a microSD express card when the console was launched because I didn't think the game sizes would be big enough to eat into the 256 gigabyte, which is internal in the Switch 2. So I didn't think I would buy a microSD card or express card right off the bat. But those cards are now starting to sell out, and it looks like there's going to be a shortage about it. Now, that seems to be an issue because, yes, Nintendo game sizes do seem to be quite small. You're talking, 20 gigabytes, 25, 30 gigabytes. But it's a very different story for third-party games. And you can see here, Fortnite, 29.5. Cyberpunk 2077, 56.8. Hitman, 61. Split Fiction, 71. Street Fighter 6, 48.8. And then you can see here, Donkey Kong Bonanza, 10 gigabyte, Mario Kart World 23.4. All of these games, the file sizes, they could increase in size as well because of, you know, updates and security fixes and all the rest of it, bug fixes. So those file sizes could go up. And it does change my mind on, you know, adding internal storage, adding a memory card, because, you know, if you are buying a few games which are 60, 70, 80 gigabytes in size, etc., then the internal storage is going to fill up very quickly. So it totally changes my mindset as to, you know, whether you buy more memory card, whether you buy more storage, etc. So if you're buying a lot of official Nintendo games, I think the internal storage is going to last you a while. You know, if you're only using 5, 10, 20 gigabytes, but if you're buying quite a lot of third-party titles, it's going to be used up very quickly. This is not a new problem. It's the same problem I've got with my Xbox Series X. I had a similar issue with my PlayStation 4 at one point. Same issue that people have got with the PlayStation 5. They just don't put enough storage into consoles nowadays, and then you have to buy all this extra storage. But I'll leave a link to all of those articles. Please do check them out. And as always, please do give me your opinion on them. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Please do leave a comment below. If you've enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, take care.